First thing you need to do is get everything out of your envelope. You should have a piece of paper with a cross on it. This one with a cross, looks like a flower. It's a little square one here that's got some edges cut. And then you've got a little bag with a whole heap of little squares and a coloured square. So the first thing you need to do is cut all of those out. So now you should have 4 squares, 4 big squares, 4 medium white squares, and 1 coloured square that size, and one that's just a tiny bit smaller. Okay, when you've got all those together, you can put them all together in a pile, put them aside. Then you need to cut out these. And when you're cutting these ones out, you need to just be careful. Some of the lines aren't exactly straight because we just traced around a piece of cardboard. So if you can, I would get a ruler and just make those lines straight before you cut them out. So cut those 2 shapes out and then we'll go for the next step. We have this shape all cut out and our cross. We're going to put these aside for now and we're going to make the lid. So this is the lid here. So you'll need this piece and you'll need your 4 paper clips in your plastic bag and some glue. I'm using craft glue. If you haven't got this, you can just use your normal school glue. It will work fine, but this will just dry quicker. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is have it turned up, coloured side up, so that you can fold along all of the lines. You need to fold them all up that way, and then fold it back that way. Fold along the lines, and fold them back. The whole way around, there's 4 sides. 1, 2, 3. 4 sides, and then fold them back. Then you've also got to get these little cornery bits here and fold them down. Fold, 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 fold. Right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to fold one of these little corners down and put a dab of glue on here. Whoa, probably don't need that much glue. It's gone badly. Okay, and I'm going to fold that up and put that edge on there. And put this up here very quickly so I don't... Oh no, that should have gone on the coloured part. Fold that one in. That one's on the coloured part. Okay, use the paper clip to hold that on there while it dries. Let's push it on as far as it'll go. And on the next corner. Okay, on this one we're going to put glue on the coloured part. Fold that up there. Put another paper clip on. Try to get the edges nice and straight here too. And then the last one. Tuck that in. Ugh. Put another paper clip on. If you use craft glue, that won't take long to dry. Okay, so there is your lovely lid. Put that aside to dry for a bit. The next part we're going to have to do is we need to fold this. We need to pre-fold this flower shape so that it's going to fold up properly. Mine's got a bit of print on both sides, but yours will be white on this side, but you'll have your lines on here. So if you put it down so it's got the coloured side up, and then you should be able to see where your lines are, to fold and put a nice crease on each side. So 1, back 2, 3, 4. Okay, then flip it over and do it the opposite way. 1, 2, that'll be much easier doing it this way now because you folded it the other way first. 3, 4. Okay, now this bit is tricky on the hearts. Alright, we need to have it that way up, and if you just get these two corners here, get them together, then you should be able to fold your hearts in half that way. Crease that line there, let it go, go to the next two corners, put them together, there's horses, crease that line, let them go, next two corners, crease the line, let it go. I think we've done 4. Yep, that's 4. Okay, turn it back over to the white side here. So it's going to fold up like a little box like this. Like that. That's going to be your box. But we're not up to that yet. So what we need to do on here is we need to get our 4 big squares. Now you'll see I printed them on the printer, so they'll probably, when you cut them out, you might have a little black line around there. Okay, that's okay if you do. Stick that side down. Alright, and we're going to stick these, that's what we're doing, isn't it? Yes, we're going to stick these yes, we're going to stick these on these 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just going to put a little bit of glue around the edges, a bit in the middle. Try and line it up in the middle so it will have a little bit of an edge. Okay, it will have a little edge there, but that's what we want. 1, now that's my black side there, so I'm going to put that side down. 2. I've got a little bit of glue sticking out there, so I'm going to wipe that off, otherwise it's going to stick to the next part. 2. I'd probably just use school glue actually for this bit. You don't really need craft glue. If you've got your school glue, your glue stick at home, use that. There's probably one here somewhere. This is the desk the kids have been using to do their schooling at home. Let's have a look. Nothing in Reese's pencil case? No. Oh. Anyway, keep going. More. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So on these 4 little white squares here, you can write a lovely message to Mum, or if you've got some pictures, you could ask Mum for some pictures. Maybe use some pictures of you as a baby, or just of you and Mum or whatever, because remember this is for Mother's Day, and you can stick them on there. Right. Pop that to the side for a little bit to dry. I'm just going to check to see if this is still recording, which it is. And you can see it, yeah. Okay, this is our little cross. And the same thing, we need to, this will be really easy, push your coloured side up and fold those edges in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already folded this one, that's why it folds so easily. Okay, so now we're going to get the next size square paper. So that little one that's not the same, we want these 4 that are the next size down. And we're going to stick them on top of here. Okay, put a little bit of glue on them. One. Like that. Then this other coloured piece that you have here, that's going to go in the middle of this cross. Just a little bit of glue. That. In. And then your last tiny little white square is going to go in the middle again. And you want to stick it in the middle so you can see how there's a little coloured border around the edge there? That's what we're going for. Now if I've gone too fast or anything, the good thing about a video is that you can pause it and skip back to where you're up to. Okay, so put that aside, let that dry. If you're using your school glue, make sure you go over right up to the edges. Even if whatever glue you're using, make sure you go right to the edges. I'm really rushing this for you, but yeah, you get the picture. Okay, now this is a tricky bit. What you need to do is we are going to stick this inside here, but when I want to stick it down, we want these to be flaps. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold that all up like that, and we're going to put glue on the back. See how it all just unfolds? It's supposed to explode. So fold them all up, turn it over, and on this back part we're going to stick glue onto there. Mine's still pretty wet, but you know, you get the picture. Okay, I'm trying to line that up right in the middle. You can unfold it now. Oh, look at that. That is impressive. Yes. I would like one of these. Maybe Sergio could make one of these for me. Okay, so then you've got this main one here. In this one here is where I would be putting Happy Mother's Day, Mum. Or I owe you $1 million because you're the best mum in the world. Or we're going to cook dinner forever and keep our rooms clean and tidy. Make sure you keep it real though, hey. Okay. Then you can put pictures. If you want to draw pictures of just things that you like to do with mum, you can draw pictures on there, or you can write something nice. If we were at school, what I'd be suggesting, I'd like to find a poem, but I haven't found one yet. I'd like you to think about how mum's been your teacher for these last couple of weeks, and think about how hard that's been for mum, because most of your mums aren't teachers. They haven't gone to university to learn the tricks that us teachers have learned, and they also love you very, 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 very much. So it's tricky. Yeah, it's really tricky to be a mum and be a teacher, but it's even harder to teach your own kids. That's what I'm trying to say. For me, it's really, teaching is fun and easy for me, but I'm not teaching my kids. That when Liam was really, really little, he refused to let me teach him how to spell his name. Or not how to spell his name, sorry, how to write his own name. You know, Mrs. Marsh was his teacher, and Mrs. Marsh was going to teach him how to do it because I wasn't a real teacher. So be nice to your parents, especially mums. Maybe you might want to write something on here, and you know, thanks for being a great teacher, Mum. I still want to go back to school, but you did a good job. Okay, so we're nearly finished now. My lid should be pretty much dry enough to show you what to do, but if you're doing this in real life, I would leave it a lot longer yet. Okay, so we fold this back up, we fold our little hearts in like this. This could be a little bit tricky. This will be a little bit tricky because you guys have got little hands. Okay, And then your lid will go on the top. Get on there. There we go. Oh, look, it's beautiful. Right, now in your little plastic bag, I've given you some little heart stickers. Oh, I hope they are stickers. Oh, they're not stickers. Oh, that's unfortunate. You'll have to put glue on them. Okay, so you can put them on there. This one is definitely a sticker. This is a lovely butterfly. I thought these were really pretty. So just pull his wings up a little bit. Carefully peel that off there. Okay, and that's a sticker. And I've wrecked that one. Carefully peel it off. There we go. And you can stick that on the top. Like that. Put your hearts on, or if you want to, you can draw on here. If you had a bit of ribbon, oh, I might have some ribbon. I'll see if I've got some ribbon and we can tie ribbon around it. So then you'll give this to Mum and she'll go, oh, it's lovely. She'll think there's probably a diamond ring in there. But she'll get a surprise. When she opens it, it's going to explode like this. And she's going to see these beautiful pictures and messages that you've written for her. Okay? I think this is pretty epic. I would really like to get one of these. So that's it, guys. Make sure you make Mum breakfast in bed as well and spoil her rotten this Mother's Day. Because all us mums out there, we've earned it. There you go. Ta-da! Well